We now have the next speaker, Jody Bhagat. Jody has been in banking for many years. He ran the digital channel for a large bank, and he is now running a fintech in personalization. Jody?
Thank you. How's everyone doing this afternoon? I'm Jody Bhagat, and I'm the President of the Americas at Personetics. Personetics is the global leader in AI-driven customer engagement. We serve over 40 banks and 60 million end consumers. Our vision is what's called self-driving finance. That is using AI to help banks guide customers throughout their financial journey. The maturity path to achieve this vision of AI starts with data, followed by insights, advice, and automation. And while data tells customers what happened, insights identify what's important to take action on. Some of our leading banks, such as Wells Fargo and Metro Bank, are using insights to drive better engagement, as well as satisfaction scores. Huntington Bank just launched Heads Up, using insights to show customers that they're looking out for them. So the next step in the process is advice, which helps customers identify what actions to take. Some of our leading banks are helping customers identify when they may have a liquidity issue, either a liquidity surplus issue or a liquidity constraint issue, and identify what actions to take. US Bank, RBC are using advice to deepen relationships with customers. And the last stage is what's called automation. This is based on the premise that the banks have earned trust with customers such that they are taking action to save, pay down debt, or invest on behalf of the customers. RBC has launched something called Find and Save, which is personalized automated savings, and it is proving to be their #1 net new account generation activity in sales or savings. So this is based on a foundation of insights. Banks leverage a platform of over 150 insights across 10 different categories. So these span things like transaction monitoring, onboarding, retention, helping customers identify what subscriptions may be coming due, to more sophisticated insights such as helping customers anticipate liquidity issues or identify when they may be better suited for a different product. And while this platform is an advocacy platform, one of the opportunities that arises is some subset of these insights lend themselves to advice or action. So here's a case where a customer has a liquidity issue. The bank is providing evidence as to why we think they will have that liquidity issue, providing evidence around that, and then identifying what actions to take. Transfer money in, take out an overdraft protection, or take an unsecured line. By the way, that's fed by their offer engine. And we are seeing much more significant customer adoption for advice in this approach because it is contextual in nature, it benefits the customer, it provides evidence, and is also meaningful to the customer as well. Adoption and satisfaction with this experience are key drivers of performance. So we see quite high satisfaction ratings with customers. And what that results in is most customers, almost 90% of customers are getting some kind of insights. Almost 40% are engaging with these insights in some kind of manner every month, either rating, looking at the stories, getting into the detail, and over 20% are taking action. So compare this to other kinds of tools and services which we've all been part of that haven't been driving the adoption and usage that banks expect. US Bank recently launched a new mobile app, their flagship app, and they've heavily promoted the ability for it to be proactive and anticipate customer needs. We're very pleased that they're now putting this in their investor reports. They're talking about the effectiveness of their mobile app and the demonstrable impact in terms of year-over-year mobile growth, the fact that they've increased their mobile interactions by 50% since launch, and the level of satisfaction rate that customers are seeing as well. And they just recently won the Best Customer Experience Finovate Award a few weeks ago. One of our leading clients is RBC. So RBC started with something called Know Me, Find and Save. So Know Me is the sound symbology of we are demonstrating to customers that we know and understand you. They followed that with Find and Save, the personalized automated savings solution that I talked about. About 4 or 5 months ago, they delivered something called Know Me AI-driven budgets, the first AI-driven budget solution in North America. And they've seen dramatic, far exceeding their expectations in terms of adoption and usage because of its intelligence of reaching out to customers that will benefit from the solution, providing evidence, and then inviting them to participate. And then just earlier this month, RBC, as well as Metro Bank in the UK, launched Small Business Insights. And these are insights that are geared towards helping small businesses better manage their cash flow. And while Find and Save as an automated savings program is targeted towards current customers, clearly one of the big opportunities is to show prospects that we look out for our current customers. So here's an ad that they've recently done just to reach out to prospects.
How are they going to use all that cilantro?
This find and save thing in my RBC mobile app automatically finds money and then squirrels it away into a savings account for me. That's why they call it squirreling it away. So then why do we have piggy banks? Squirrels are nature's savers. We should be saying squirrely banks or...
Wait, your bank app automatically finds and saves money?
Yeah, does your bank not do that? You should talk to someone at RBC.
A bank app that finds and saves your money and more. Take 20 minutes with RBC and experience the difference.
So these are smart banks that are leveraging this new capability, this innovative capability where they're innovating on behalf of customers, not just to drive deeper relationships with existing customers, but to drive new prospects as well. So we talked about the capability around insights and advice, and what we're seeing now is more of these automated programs. These automated programs, they're designed to do a job for the customer. So all of our customers have jobs to do. They have goals to achieve. And it leverages all of these assets, the data that we know about the customers, insights, advice, and automated solutions. And it increases engagement and value over an extended period of time. So some of these examples of these journeys include, like the example I showed you, which was around growing savings. But there's others as well, beginning to invest, engaging earlier in the home buying process, where you can help identify if a customer is trying to save for a down payment, set up an automated savings solution for them to save for that down payment, and thus create a relationship with a customer over an extended period of time and have a much better chance of winning that loan. So this is what you'll see much more of, is these automated programs that leverage insights, advice, data we know about customers, data we can ask about customers, and these automated solutions as well. So, sounds interesting. What's the unlock? Well, it all starts with data. So we start with data integration activity, which is mapping the bank's current data, deposit data, the payments data, transaction data to our data model. And we use this, we look at historical data, and we use that to train our machine learning models. We've got a number of different machine learning models to identify what kinds of insights can be driven for their customers using their data. And then as it goes into production, it learns. It learns over time for that individual customer. What do they find value? Which insights do they interact with? How do they rate those insights? Where are they taking action? So the models become smarter and personalized for those individual consumers as well. So we talked about this maturity path, starting with data, then insights, next providing prescriptive advice, what action to take, and lastly, and the most progressive, is automation. And this is the path, what we call the maturity path, to self-driving finance. And while this is a relatively new market, a new phenomena, in terms we're in the early innings of this self-driving finance, we believe that the personalized insights will become ubiquitous. In fact, we believe these will become table stakes. Leading banks will deliver these solutions. Other banks will follow. Customers will expect this of their banks. I believe in the next 3 years, this will become ubiquitous and customers, it'll be table stakes. But banks that embrace and innovate around self-driving finance solutions will be the ones that differentiate and thrive in a world of automated finance. Thank you.
Thank you.